Reason being, I never did any of those things.
Looks like YouTuber Turkey Tom finally spoke up about those wild accusations, and wow, he's not holding back.
Recently, I've been accused by an ex-girlfriend, along with an ex-partner, of non-consensually filming sexual encounters, being so rough and inconsiderate during sexual encounters that it bordered on assault, encouraging eating disorders, being into age play, along with a litany of other completely baseless, false accusations.
He just dropped a full response, trying to clear his name once and for all.
The two women who are accusing me, Sacramento89, real name Rowan, and Left 4 Dead, real name Katie, took to gossip forum Kiwi Farms to post the accusations, along with carefully cherry-picked screenshots to back up their claims.
People have been calling him a total creep, saying he secretly filmed his private moments without asking first. Serious stuff. If you're not familiar with Tom, he's a big voice in the commentary scene, known for his sharp takes and, let's be real, for that whole mess where he got tangled up with Destiny. Now he's coming back strong with a 40-minute video where he breaks everything down and tries to set the record straight. Let's dive in and see exactly how he explains all this madness.
This is a girl I dated for about 7 months, from May of 2025 until January 10th of 2026. 4 days later, she made her first post. Here, she alleges that I am a real freak and like to, quote, record encounters without asking for consent. This is blatantly untrue. I have never recorded any sex without explicit consent. As a matter of fact, with Rowan, she was the one who initiated the idea of filming sex in the first place.
And this is just the start of it all, because the amount of text receipts that Tom's got is absolutely insane. He came prepared with screenshots, messages, and proof stacked higher than a skyscraper. Every single one looks like it's about to flip the whole story upside down. It's not just talk anymore. He's backing it all up with evidence, and that's where things start getting real messy. This is way deeper than anyone thought.
Rowan texts me saying, you should get those meta things for real. So I respond by saying, I think I'm going to avoid filming anything involving for a while, showing that I am clearly not the person interested in filming our sexual encounters. She is. As you can see in the text, even when I say I don't want to film us having sex, she pushes the issue.
I mean, if those were just random photos or something casual, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. But this is different. Both of them were fully involved, and that changes everything. It makes you wonder what was going through his head. Why in the world would he ever leak something like that? That's not just messy, it's straight up reckless. There's no excuse that can make this look good, and now everyone's trying to figure out what his real motive was.
Now, to be clear, we did eventually take videos of ourselves being intimate, but I was given explicit consent every single time. I was very hesitant to send Rowan any videos we had taken. However, I did send her one single still image from one of the videos where my face is obscured.
Okay, let me break it down with a bit more context. So apparently, the girl ended up doing an interview with the owner of Kiwi Farms, which instantly raises a bunch of red flags. Knowing that, it actually makes sense why Tom didn't send her any videos. He probably saw trouble coming from a mile away.
Now, there's an implication she makes a few different times that I'm basically blackmailing her with these videos.
Somebody asked if you had any intention of getting any sort of like law enforcement involved, but I feel like you answered this where you just want to try to compel him to delete whatever he has on you, and that's like the the extent of your interest.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about what to do, but...
That kind of connection is messy enough to make anyone think twice. Honestly, it sounds like Tom made the smarter move here, because once Kiwi Farms gets involved, things can spiral out of control real quick.
The only person who has ever sent an image of us having sex to anyone is, ironically, Rowan. I just find it ironic that someone who's accusing me of blackmailing her with her nudes literally sent a picture of us having sex to a man that she has never met, the owner of Kiwi Farms. Here, listen to him describe it.
Oh, and one other thing, I forgot about this, but you actually, Sacramento had sent me a picture that was like censored. Apparently the only picture that he would send you is one where his face isn't clearly visible in it, but you can, I can tell the desk, like his computer is moved onto the table, but I can still see like the monster is like on the cozy that's like on the table, like in the exact same position. So I can tell that's clearly his desk.
So that's a whole different situation altogether. It really changes how everything looks once you see the full picture.
I find it ironic that someone who's accusing me of blackmailing her with her nudes literally sent a picture of us having sex to a man that she has never met.
Honestly, if she had just asked Tom to delete those clips or messages, I'm pretty sure he would have done it without hesitation. He doesn't seem like the type to double down on something like that. Most likely, he would have handled it quietly and respectfully instead of letting it blow up like this. It's wild how fast things can spiral when a simple request turns into public drama.
Now, Josh recounts seeing this image and talks about how hard it looks like I was grabbing Rowan on the mouth, essentially using it as evidence to support another claim she makes that I am too rough during, which I find very interesting because after I sent Rowan this photo, she texted me saying, "I like when you cover my mouth like that." Again, she texted me asking me to send her the videos, clear evidence that she has no problem with these videos existing. To this day, she has provided zero proof that the videos were recorded non-consensually, or that I was blackmailing her with them, or that I had any intention of sending them to anyone.
Yeah, that kind of context really flips the narrative, doesn't it? When you try to shape things to make yourself look more innocent, it automatically makes the other person look worse. It's a risky move because it ends up backfiring hard. In this case, it makes her look way less credible, like she's hiding parts of the story to make Tom seem like the villain. Honestly, it kind of discredits her big time, and people are definitely starting to notice the cracks in what she's been saying.
Exact date, but maybe like 2 or 3 months into our relationship, he never asked me. He would just pull out his phone and record, and I wouldn't notice until maybe 30 seconds in a minute or a minute into it.
Now, I obviously can't and would never show these videos to anyone, but in them, it's undeniable that she is staring directly into the camera from the moment the video starts. She never once questions why I'm filming or what I'm doing, because the reality is that every single time we recorded, I had explicit permission.
I had asked him multiple times if he could please send me the videos, so like he's not the only one who has videos of me naked, and he either ignored the question or was just like, no.
As I said earlier, I was paranoid to send these videos to anyone, even her, for fear of them leaking.
What I can do? Notepad. How do you view recents? How do you show recents? Recent. Okay. I can show this, I guess. No, I can't show this.
Man, it's almost like he's the main character in some wild online drama. You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. It's that unreal. Honestly, it feels like Tom already knew there was something off about this whole situation with the girl.
It's also kind of strange to me that at the time she referred to them as our videos, but in the present she's claiming she doesn't even want them to exist. Expressed that she has a problem with me having the videos, she doesn't complain about it, she doesn't say they were taken without her consent. In fact, throughout the entire relationship, she was sending me nude photos of herself unsolicited every single month. Another interesting fact is that during our breakup, she texted me a pros and cons list, which she apparently had written about me on January 4th of 2026. She doesn't mention non-consensual videos whatsoever. In that same pros and cons list, Rowan wrote, "Says he likes hurting me during sex and making me bleed." This also reflects her public claims about me, but the great irony is that I never even said this. She did.
Like he sensed the mess before it even started.
The post an interaction which reads as follows. She says, quote, "Like, we don't need to do it 3 times in one day, or do it so hard I hurt and bleed." And I said, well, if you don't want to have as much, we don't gotta. We can do other things. And she says, okay, I like doing other things too. In the full uncropped screenshot, her immediate response to me after that is, "I'm a freak, I say this, and as soon as I see you, I'm gonna be freaky again. I can't resist."
People online were throwing around rumors, saying Tom was into some weird H-play and Hello Kitty kind of stuff, but he actually came with proof, showing she was into that long before he ever was.
The movie Lolita on her wall. I wonder what the movie Lolita could possibly be about. This film is about a middle-aged professor who is sexually attracted to adolescent girls he calls nymphettes. He rents a room in the house of a young widow to get closer to her 14-year-old daughter. In this next screenshot, Rowan asks me, if I start dressing like a weird Hello Kitty e-girl, would you still f with me? And I replied, no, I don't want you to do that. I find it kind of repulsive.
That twist right there changes everything, and now it's got everyone questioning who was really leading the charge in this mess.
Immediately after I told Rowan that I wanted to break up with her, she began threatening to post about me online, and even began attempting to blackmail me into having sex with her again.
The reaction to Tom's video was surprisingly supportive. People really seemed to rally behind him after seeing everything laid out. He didn't just talk in circles either. He backed up his side with actual proof. Tom went through each allegation one by one, explaining and confirming what really happened while giving deeper context to all those texts that had everyone confused. It felt like he finally connected the dots, showing there was way more to the story than what was being thrown around online. The crowd definitely started shifting in his favor after that.
You're right, I did goon, okay? I did not stop gooning. So maybe in the end the hats are more relevant than ever. Anyway, that's about it. I've said everything I need to. Goodbye.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Fame Rant Daily for more deep dives into influencer and media industry drama, power abuse behind the scenes, and the stories that don't get talked about enough. This story might be over on TV, but online it's far from finished, and the next one is already lining up. I'll see you in the next video.